Hi everyone, once again it's BDevine. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I just knew this morning that I had to make some kind of video once again, and this is going to happen a fair bit as we're going through. I want to talk a little bit about 2022. I also want to read to you about Archangel Raphael and healing from an article from Kay Maroney. And I want to discuss that with all of you, because as we are moving into this new energy, a new vibration, a new frequency, and a brand new year, we really need to be focused and dedicated to our life's work, to what we wish to see happen, and to make sure that we're letting go of those things that have always and will always hold us back if we let them. So you've heard me talk about the focus, being in focus, being in alignment, okay? Understanding who you are as a soul is, you are a sovereign being of light. You are much more powerful than you have given yourself credit for, perhaps your whole life. There are new things that are going to emerge on the horizon for 2022. And I want to tell you a little bit about the word prediction. I really personally do not like using it because it's really only my own feeling. I get a feeling about a lot of things about 2022, but to use the word prediction is, I don't know, I just find it very uncomfortable. I also want to tell you that there are a lot of false people out there right now, narratives that are going on, even spiritual people that are really leading others down a very fearful path. I am not going to do that. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to help you to be aware, help you to strengthen, and help you to focus your way forward in the way that's correct for you. I see people doing all kinds of scary things and predicting a whole lot of things as well. And some of them, it's sad because I can see that they really do mean well, but it really comes across their own fearful energy. I really want to make sure that you understand where I am coming from. You know, my background has not been an easy one. My life has certainly not been roses, but I have felt that I've been in connection with something that always kept me going forward, something that always allowed a space within me to never give up, something that keeps on, like this morning, you know, sitting there saying, I know I've got to give a message to everybody. You know, it's something inside of me where the calling comes, and regardless of what I look like or what I sound like or where my life has been or how crappy my life has been or you know, my parents, and just the energy of my life is nothing really. You know, the energy of who I am, to think that there would be something that comes forth from nothing, you know, is pretty amazing. That I'm even here with you all now today. So I've got to use it, and I want to encourage you all to use what you have as well, whatever that is. Some people are marvelous speakers. Some people are marvelous artists, singers, songwriters, musicians, healers, you know, and they're sitting on all of these abilities, and I can't fathom it because I've worked hard for anything that I can do. You know, anything that I can do, I have taught myself to do it. And, you know, I have pushed. It hasn't been, I mean, I guess the only thing that you could say was natural was this connection to the divine, because I didn't even know what it was when I was little, just that something was always pushing me forward and keeping me strong and allowing me to move out of my body when terrible things were happening to it and merge myself back in. Thank God. I had the dark energies also trying to steer me off course when I was much younger, and you know, very fearful things were happening, etc. And you don't know a lot of things until you, you know, you don't know till you make mistakes sometimes. with many things. As we progress forward, there's going to be a need for you all to really let go of any drama queens, anyone that is constantly nagging at you, anyone that's negative. You know, I hear some psychics saying that when you cough randomly, then that means you have an evil spirit with you. And that is just naive and also very scary. Sometimes the way in which spirit comes through is that you will cough, is that you are connecting to your mediumship abilities. It doesn't mean there's an evil spirit around, because sometimes it happens to me. Or I will cough, or I will need to clear my throat when I'm channeling. That doesn't mean it's an evil spirit, because I'm always protected. And I set that up for myself very, very stringently, you know. So if anyone writes to you and says, I have a message for you, block them. If you're if you're about to begin spiritual journey, don't do that to people. You don't reach out to anybody unless they reach out to you. If they have reached out to you for help and support, then you have permission to check in on them if you're working with them, right? But none of this, oh, I got a message for you, you need to listen to it. There are many people out there that are sending people spam. I am never going to send you anything. I was glad that I was alerted to someone on Instagram that was using my name in all my pictures and things, trying to get people to purchase readings or whatever. And when I confronted the person, they said, if you don't help me, I'm going to keep on impersonating you. And it was awful, you know. Why didn't you just come and ask for help then, instead of all of this drama, right? So I'm not going to write to you and say, hey, get a reading from me. You'll get a newsletter if you've signed up for one. I'll tell you what's going on in my life, if I can be here or not. We were supposed to be doing an auction tonight, but my husband has twisted his back and just went in a really funny position, and we're just trying to get that back into alignment. And it's not easy because he's had so many surgeries. So we're working on this, and when he can sit properly, we will do the auction, right? So be careful right now. There are desperate people around. They are doing things that is really against all the correct procedures of spirituality. Another reason why I am offering to teach everything in segments, well, in semesters really. And there's going to be so much in this that you don't want to miss this. You want to get proper training so that you can work very differently to others in your spiritual practices, because 2022 will mark the beginning in many ways of a new spiritual awareness, a new spiritual awakening. You know, we have had awakening after awakening after awakening, right? Been going on already. There's another one coming in 2022. And this one, you know, it's not really a prediction, okay? It's not saying, oh, this is going to happen. My feeling is that there will be so many people that are really awake to the agendas in many ways. Here we go. Really awake to the agendas and stuff. See how that just happened then? I'm going to change this music real quick, because I don't like ads coming in when I'm talking. So there are so many people that are going to be so many people that are going to be awake, aware, finally had enough of the energy of fear. Okay? When you finally had enough of the energy of fear and you're moving into an energy vibration of love, it's still going to be a little bit hard to navigate. When we're in the fear energy, we are always in our head, right? So we're focused on the mundane. We are afraid of being embarrassed. We're afraid of anxiety coming up. We're afraid that we're never going to get past depression. We're afraid that we're never going to meet the right person. We're afraid for our children. We're afraid for our health. We're afraid for our family's health. We're afraid for every little thing. And then we scour every little thing, trying to see anyone else that will resonate with our misery. So anyone else that will see it for what it is. And say, okay, this happens to me as well, so that they can be in it together. Because they don't understand that there is a way out of it. It's like the only way out of it in their own mind. And I know this because I had anxiety for so many years on deeper levels, that you look for a way where it's okay, you know, for whatever it is that you're going through is okay. And that there's others that are also going through it, and you know, they talk about it and they own it. They're like, I have this, and they own it, right? Oh, there's this, you're gonna have to learn to be with it for the rest of your life because you're going to have it. That kind of thing. There's pharmaceuticals where, you know, you get put onto some kind of, you know, whatever it is, and you have to stay on this and this and this and this. And when you try to break out of it, you go all funny in the head, and you go all weird in the body, and you're feeling things full on. So you get scared and you go back to what you were doing. Cycles of fear tactics, cycles of trying to kill us early, putting us in an early grave. We really should live for a very long time. Right? And the fact that we don't is because of all of the changes that have happened with chemicals in our body, processed food, pharmaceutical companies, one thing after another after another. It doesn't treat the problem. It doesn't treat the core of the issue. It treats a symptom that your body is having, right? And even then, it creates so much havoc in your body, having pain meds and all this sort of stuff. It creates so much havoc in your body. Your body forgets how to repair itself, you know, on these great levels. I keep getting interrupted. That's bad, isn't it? All right, I'm going to keep trying because it's not going to get to me. All right, so let me see. So what ends up happening to people's physical bodies is disgusting. So not only do you have, and I've worked with healing for a very, very long time, okay? I have seen all kinds of things that you wouldn't believe. I've seen things that everybody gave up on. Oh, well, you're just going to live like this for the rest of your life. And to hear that, to hear someone say, okay, well, all we can do now is manage your pain. Oh, well, you probably need another operation later on down the track. You'll probably need this and this and this and this and this. So your life is going to suck, and you're just going to sit there wasting away. And that's how they want you to be. Because if they were truly capable or educated on deeper healing, they would be showing you those things. There would be all natural products. We would get well. We would get better. We wouldn't have all of this heaviness. We wouldn't have all these chemicals in our food to do other things to us as well, which will lock you up. It will lock all your joints up. You know, then they have technologies. They have the ways in which you can cure things. They have the technology for free energy, had so for a very long time. We all know this. We all know these things. We all know it. Anything that you see, this is what I was told when I was small. Anything I see in a movie, they already can do. That was, I already knew it. Star Wars, all those things. They had ability to, be in space. They had ability to heal you through putting you on crystal beds and focusing an intention. Boom, you're healed because you believe that too. We have these capabilities within us. I'm going to be so strong in wanting you guys to move forward into this new vibration. It is coming at me from every direction. The angels, my guides, my celestial team, the clearing teams, the spiritual light team, my loved ones, my ancestors, the beings from other planets that have worked with me since I was little. When I was a little girl, I was thrown on a bus. I was about 4 or 5 years old. I can't remember where I was going, only that at the end I was supposed to be going to be seeing my mum. Now, I was put on this bus and it was a long trip. It was a day and then a night and then the next day, right? So that's quite a long trip for a little girl on her own. And I'm on this bus. Somebody sat next to me. I'm going to tell you this story real quick. Somebody sat next to me. And it was an older gentleman. I didn't really look at his face or anything. I just remember that someone was there. You know how you kind of move over a little bit, and like I was doing all that when I was like little. And he had a Rubik's Cube. Now, I was 5, so this was like 1979, 1980. And I was, he was playing with this Rubik's Cube, and I'm like, oh, it kept my attention. I'm like, look at this. He's got one of those Rubik's Cubes. I always wanted one of those. Looking at him like. Anyway, so he just hands it over to me and I started playing with the Rubik's Cube. I was like, I was in heaven. And then I started watching what he was doing, and he was drawing I'm going to show you what this is. He was drawing a shape on, I've got all my notes. He was drawing a shape on a piece of paper, a very, very easy to do diamond. And he just did these lines at the bottom. I'm just going to show you real quick. See if we can see the lines at the bottom. He just did this wiggly line, right? And then he joined it all up. And I'll show you. I'm just doing it so messy, it's not funny. See how they joined up? Just did a line on the bottom, a line on top. See, I never forgot this. And then I just kept going, or he kept going. I'll show you what it looks like. Just one sec. I know it's going to be messy as heck, doing it in the air. Okay. Okay, so it ended up being like this. Okay, so he was drawing this on the bus. And I was like, that's awesome. Like I can draw a diamond. I can draw a diamond. I can draw it really well. And he said, well, when you get home, he said, practice making it nice and neat. Then he also showed me, I can't show you this one, but he showed me a piece of paper like this size, and he took 1 centimeter markings all the way around, right? So all the way around the page, 1 centimeter markings. And then he just drew a little dot, and then he connected to that one dot all the way around the page. And then he did another one and connected that, and it created like a beautiful design. And he taught me, and I color all that. Now, when I do my mandalas, it's very, very similar to, all geographic. It's like very, very easy geometry. I was just a little girl, right? We drove along, and this man was basically just getting my attention by showing me particular drawings on the paper or the Rubik's Cube or whatever, right? And I remember looking and thinking, oh, he must have gone to the bathroom on the bus, right? Because you know what it's like going on the bus. And we stopped at the next stop, and we all got out to stretch our legs and all of that. And I was told to stay with the bus driver, so I did. And there was no man. All right, so I said, there was a man sitting next to me. This is me talking as a little kid. Excuse me, sir, there's a man sitting next to me on the bus, and he was showing me all these things, and he gave me a Rubik's Cube, and he was doing, do you know where that man is? And he said, little girl, nobody was sitting next to you. You had that whole place to yourself. And I'm like, well, where, you know what I mean? Like, where did I get this Rubik's Cube from then? And how do I know how to draw these diamonds now? So when I was, there was nowhere to be seen. There was just nobody there. I'm just having this full conversation with this guy. And I know what he taught me, right? And I didn't think about that for many years. It wasn't really a thing, you know? But I noticed that there has been some things in my life that are not explainable, and also some very heinous things that should have killed me as well. And this is why I am so determined in my life. There is nobody in my life, as far as my family or anything, that's going to go, yeah, go back here, you've got this. They're all don't understand. They're all in the mundane. They're all watching the news. They're all just living their life. Oh, well, you just got to go to work and you just got to come home and you just got to save a lot of money and that's that. You know, they don't realize you can manifest things. People don't realize that your life can be so much easier, that your focus can change dramatically, that connections can happen instantaneously, that you're all connected. And the more that you hate on yourself and are angry with your choices and are drinking and smoking and partying, and the more that you do this, and I'm not talking about having fun every now and then. That is not what I mean, because everybody does that and should do that. You should let loose, right? But if you're constantly drinking every single night and thinking that you're a functioning alcoholic, you are not. You need help. You are in desperate need of someone who understands. You need someone to help you to understand why you hate yourself so much, why you feel it's hopeless so badly, why you're destroying yourself without giving yourself a chance. You know, when you have depression, why you can't get up in the day. I know you can't get up. You're dragging your butt around everywhere. You know, you can't see anything good happen. Everything you try, it starts to fall apart. Everything you do, it all falls apart. Everyone you get connected to, they go and die. Something happens, right? So what's the point? This is depression. Depression is, what's the point? It's despair. Anxiety is fear, 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 fear. And people, when you're an empath, please don't just say, well, you know, I just feel everything. I'm an empath. I'm feeling the weight of the world. Stop doing that to yourself. That is not going to help people. You need to learn to channel your empathy skills and become aware of things instead of wearing it all the time. Because that's another problem. That's another self. It's like you're trying to be very spiritual, but you're still destroying yourself. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm this. So, you know, so what? Everybody's empathic. I hate to say it, but we all are, right? We're all sensitive. We're all connected. We all are. But you learn how to protect yourself, right? You don't give in to it and go, oh, well, it's just how it is. Psychics are saying it. Oh, well, you know, if you're really empathic, then, you know, poor you, you're going to be feeling everything around the globe at any time. You could just wake up and feel someone else's shit. You know, who says that to you? How does that help you? You know, I'm certainly tired of people who are evil, dark, have hidden agendas, are not helping humanity at all, sitting right up there at the top of everything. And that's the way that it is. It's all on purpose. So even in your spiritual journey with these people, okay, there are people that are placed there in the spiritual, you know, world, that are put there to steer you off of course. If you've had someone that's told you that you have evil energy around you and you're coughing and that means that it's evil. If you have someone that is constantly messaging you saying, hey, got this message, you need to be careful, that's wrong. If you have someone that is not helping you to practice your own healing, to understand that you can heal yourself, that is wrong. If you have someone who tells you that they know more than you do, right? Now, it's okay to say, okay, I've got a lot to teach you. I've got a lot to share with you. Hey, maybe you might like this. That's one thing. But saying, oh, no, your energy is just totally wrong. And you're going to have to do a whole lot of work to get anywhere. That is wrong. That is what was told to me way back in 2009. When a lady told me, oh no, your energy is all wrong and it's going to take you so long. So you're going to have to be, it's just going to be so hard for you. What kind of person tells you that? That is not someone with an agenda of kindness. Now, there is boundaries that you have to make. So if someone's stepping all over me, I'm not just going to say, okay, that's fine. You're going through something, so you can treat me however you like. That's not going to wash. I used to be that way. I used to be so worried that I was going to upset somebody or that I was going to push somebody away that really needed help, that I would just put up with people's bad behavior. You know, not meaning that they would be screaming and swearing at me, because that's obviously not going to wash. But their neediness, their 20 emails a day, they're still not understanding when you've given them many, many directions of how to change things in their life, and they still have 1,000 excuses as to why they haven't. You know, that is someone that's just purposely not wanting to get actually well. They want you to fix it. And as you're moving in your journey, and as you're becoming more spiritual, and as you're becoming more enlightened in so many ways, you're going to want to help everybody, okay? Because that's where I am coming from. That's who I am. I just want all of you to be on the pathway of freedom. I want all of you to be healthy and well and young and vibrant. I want all of you to see that there's more to the 9-to-5 world. You don't have to be in it. I want all of you to see that you don't have to go study what they want you to learn in universities, that you can look at your own things and gather much more information and put it into practice much more quicker. That you don't need to be reliant on, money. You don't need to be reliant on it, because if nobody has it, nobody has it. So where do we go from there? We create a connection with each other, which we already have, and we create a space where we can all help each other, growing, teaching, learning, cleaning, cooking, whatever it is. And we go back to those kinds of basics. So what? So I don't know why people are hanging on to money so much. I mean, it will have to change because it's corrupt. It will have to change because it's corrupt. It always has been, So if it wasn't corrupt, we wouldn't all be struggling the way that we are, right? If things were not corrupt, we would not be suffering through physical problems. We wouldn't be suffering through cancers and things like that, because they already know how to fix it. They already know how to fix it. They stop people who are trying to help you. They stop people who are, focused on truth. They stop us because they don't want the momentum to get going, because they're afraid of us. Now, as we move into this new dimension, 2022 to 2024, one thing after the other is going to occur. One shock after the other. And a lot of them really good as well, right? But water may be coming. They may be upset with the tides, the seas, the rain. There may be manipulations because, we're all waking up. We're waking up and we're figuring it out. So they're going to try to, do as much as they can to make us believe that they've won, to make us believe that no good's going to come out of this and you guys are all screwed. That's what the darkness wants you to believe about everything in your life. Everything in your life. Haha, that can't happen because this is happening. Haha, you see that voice has been there fighting with you, telling you how stupid you are, how useless you are, reminding you of the words that other people have said your whole life, reminding you of these things. And then it comes up in an experience where after you've been reminded of it, it comes up and, wow, must be me that's the idiot then, because this person is treating me like crap and it must be my fault. You see how it's insidiously in and drenched in your life. Why? Because people in your family, people in your friend circles, even mentors and guides, sometimes are placed in there to throw you completely off of course. They know how powerful you are. They know that if you know, then there's no stopping you, okay? That you will heal, that you will change your life, that you will be abundant, that you will get your voice across. They know that if they let you loose to do that, you will encourage everybody else to do that. And look what's happening. You know how many people have woken up since the year 2000? There was hardly anybody that would listen back then when I was doing readings, when I was doing fairs and, going and sitting for hours, with people, or getting phone calls for groups. I used to be the one that they called. They'd call me and I'd come and do a group of 4 or 5 ladies or something if they were having a party night or whatever. And they would call me, and I'd make, $20 a person or something. And that was good. I'd take that home and me and my sons, we'd be like, oh my God, Mum made $80 tonight. Where are we going to go have tea, which is like dinner? Where are we going to go? Oh my God, we can go to the movies. You know what I mean? That's how it was. People weren't awake though. You were treated like you're an idiot. And they're the ones that have called you, but you were treated like you're an idiot because psychics were given a very bad name. And to be honest with you, they were doing stupid things as well. Like these predictions, like saying scary stuff to people. I had people say, that would look at me and I'd say to them, they'd just be looking at me and I'd say, don't worry, I can't read your mind and I don't really want to. And they'd start laughing, and I'm saying, like, because they thought I was going to read their mind. Where the hell they get that from, I have no idea. How can you read somebody's mind? They felt it was all scary because they had been to people before who had done very scary predictions. And sometimes it's scarily accurate. I get that as well. My brother had a car accident. I told him not to drive. He wasn't driving. He had a car accident and his girlfriend was driving and he died. You think I don't feel, like, oh my God, the accident was there. I tried to warn him, but it still happened anyway. And he explained to me later on, that's my choice and nothing to do with you, but you can't help but feel bad. In the early days when you're learning a lot of things, there are ways in which you can see whether an accident or a death or whatever's going to happen. And because it was my brother, I was just open with him, I wouldn't be doing that with, oh, you're going to have a car accident to anybody. Oh my God. There's carefulness though, you can be careful about something, and it can happen. So you've got to tell someone, sometimes warning people in a really positive way, hey, just be careful about this. Hey, you need to rest. If you don't rest, sometimes we get thrown on our butt, meaning, the angels will forcefully make you rest. And if you don't listen, right? I'm not going to tell someone, oh, you're going to die in hospital. If someone tells you that kind of crap, just run the other way, right? Someone tells you they're Jesus, run the other way. I had someone tell me that she was Jesus and I was like, okay, that just can't, You know what I mean? You just don't say that. Even if you believe you are Jesus, you don't want to say it, right? But we're moving into this vibration where so much is going to be revealed. It's just going to slap you in the face. I don't know how many things need to slap people in the face right now. It's a shame that my friends that are in Australia, some of them, not all of them, but you know, the ones that are in the distance and don't really have readings or anything like that, I see them struggling. I see them and all their posts being so, oh, FML, oh, this sucks, oh, another thing, another, just all like blah, blah, blah. Poor them, you know, instead of reaching for something different. There are people in this world that won't get it. Okay, they came here to try to get it, but maybe they just won't this lifetime. I don't know what it will take, because we are in, you know, this great awakening of humanity right now. Everything's going to change. I know this for sure. Okay. Once again, the agenda hasn't worked. This is why we're seeing other things coming forth one after another. It hasn't worked. Okay. We won in a sense that we finally woke up. Like I was saying, from the year 2000 up until now, 2021, how many things have happened spiritually for you? How many people do you know that have changed spiritually? Do you do things differently than you did 21 years ago? Right? We do. Okay, obviously we evolve and we change. The way in which we can really switch on is to make sure that we're self-healing. Okay? Nothing that I do or have ever done has come from an unhealed reality. There are things that have needed healing and continue to need healing in all of our lives. It's not like we suddenly just get it all. No, because we have circumstances that happen and reactions that occur because of those circumstances. We have hurt, we have pain, we have loss. We don't know everything that's coming up. In fact, you're not going to know anything about yourself, most likely. Most people don't pick up a lot about yourself because it has to be found out. You have to experience. This is what we're here to do. Now, I was, you know, always talking to you guys about the angels. Archangel Uriel, for example, is a questioner. You tell him, why is this happening to me? And he goes, why do you think it's happening to you? You're like, I don't know, I'm asking you. And he's like, why do you think it's happening? What's been going on in your life? What do you think's been taking place here? And you're like, oh, okay. Now, many of the spiritual beings that are very highly evolved, you know, in different dimensional aspects, will speak in this way. Obviously, they'll speak telepathically like the angels do as well. Right? They will speak in terms of riddles sometimes, because you've got to figure it out. Okay? You've got to figure yourself out. Why do you have a problem that you have right now? Why do you think it is? If you think it's because you've been a jerk in a past life, you're missing the point. Why do you think it is? Because all of your healing is going to take place with understanding your emotions about a situation. Why does it bother me what other psychics are doing? In a sense, it's because I care about what you are all hearing. In a sense, it's because I don't like dark having so much sway on this globe. But why does it bother me what others are doing? Because they get away with it. And if you're like me, you can't get away with anything when people will find out. You could eat a donut and someone's like, wow, donut's missing. Must have been Becky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, not me. Can't get away with anything. Someone can come out with some fandangled reading and it will be $900. And everyone will say, oh, I want it. Not Becky. No, she can offer you a $33 reading. And where is everybody? I don't know. Because that's what gets to me, is that those people who have always had a foot on our neck are like masquerading as helpers and masquerading as going to help you, and they are not going to help you. They don't have to do everything for you. I want to make that really clear. A sign of a good leader is someone that shows you how to do things for yourself, because that way you don't need anybody, right? You're not relying on anybody. But a bad leader will show you how to rely on them for everything. And that's what we've seen. We've seen it going back through time, right? We've seen it all, and we're sick of it. I hope you are, because you have to get to that point of being at absolute rock bottom, even in your spiritual life, where you can say to yourself, oh my God, there is a way, and I can do this with myself, and this will help so many people. I can be an empath, and that will help me, that will help me greatly with my healing. But heck, I don't have to wear all their crap. I don't have to feel it all. I don't have to take it all on. I don't have to do any of that. I've just got to be myself. I've got to be protected. I've got to trust in my protection that I'm asking for. I've got to remember that everything I say happens to me. So what do I want to say? I am protected. I am connected. I am supported. I am capable. I am manifesting all the time. I am psychic. I am medium. I am a spiritual teacher. I am a healer. I've come from ancient times to help heal humanity. Does it mean I've got to take it on my shoulders? No. First step of being a healer is it's not your crap. That's the first step of being a healer. I've seen it. People, I've come from, my background is, I'm like third generation psychic, someone said. Well, God, okay. Only third generation. Wow. We go back since the beginning of time as being able to do this. We don't need labels. I never wanted to be a psychic medium. I call myself a spiritual guide. I want to be right on your level. Are we learning and growing all the time? Absolutely. Now, I want to read to you about this, and I'm going to be doing, don't worry, I'm going to be here, giving you as much as I can give you and supporting you and helping you understand that what you're feeling is totally normal. So stop going in your head and saying to yourself, wow, I'm feeling all, buzzed out. I'm feeling like I'm all dizzy. Stop going in and saying there's something wrong. What is wrong with me? Say to yourself, oh, wow, I'm expanding, I'm growing, I'm shifting. I'm getting some kind of uplift here. This is awesome. Instead of it always being, oh God, I've had a flu. What is that? It's a great thing. You're being rewired. My husband with his back. Okay, what's that? He's like, I thought I was finished with all this. It's needed. It's stopping you. It's making you look at yourself. You've been ignoring yourself. Now you've got a chance to do so. And probably 1,000 other things, which is his business, right? So we've got to stop grabbing onto this thing and turning it into something bad happening to us. We've got to stop looking at the world as something bad that always turns, because that's just what's been orchestrated. That's just what's been meant to be in your face. Look underneath it. Look underneath everything. The truth lies underneath everything. It lies in how you're feeling inside yourself, but don't wash it out with stress. Don't wash out all of the truth that sits in your heart space, closing it off with grief and hurt and pain. Stop it. Stop living in that body and start embracing a new body. That's the unhealed reality. This is the healed reality. You know, stop moaning, complaining, overthinking, and overstressing yourself. You're doing it to yourself. It's coming from my heart of hearts with love for you all, because I know that you don't want to be debilitated for the rest of your life. You can't want to be that way. If you do, then that's what you'll keep seeing. You'll just keep going around in circles and circles and circles, blaming yourself and all that stuff. Emotional triggers, we all have them. Stresses, yes, we all have them. Bad days, certainly, we all have them. Upset about the past, of course. Past life interferences, yep, we have it. Do we have to own it all the time? Or can we objectively look at these things as things that are there to teach us, things that are there to help us to heal, not to be punished, not to be to stop you unless you let it. Don't let this crap stop you. Don't let anybody stop you. Stop listening to what others are doing, saying, thinking, believing, and start believing in yourself, because that's where your life begins. You know, yeah, pink hair, whatever. People say whatever they want to say. I don't care, because I'm just totally myself. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. And that's one thing my husband always says is, you are you all the time. I don't know how to be any other thing other than be better, be more, do more, keep pushing, keep sharing, keep healing, keep growing, understanding that life is changing every second. Your vibration can be, you can be on the next levels. In other words, if you believe you're there already, you're there. It's how simple it is. Your spiritual journey is so simple. So simple. And I want you to put down in the comments, you know, what it is you want to learn more about, what it is you need help with, what it is that you want to focus on, where you want to go. And I will do my best to just keep coming up with videos. My light, you know, leadership, because I'm telling you, you're all leaders, or you wouldn't be here. You're all leaders. Doesn't matter how munted you think you are, or you know, what you're sitting there with, you know, smoking a doobie or whatever, watching me. Who cares, right? It might just keep all your nervous system completely calm. So whatever, right? But you've still got something there. Young people, for God's sake, you know, you've got it all the tools, more than I have. So wake up and allow it to download, allow it to be there, allow your path to begin. And just do it with the intention of the heart, that you're intending goodness. It's all you want to do. That's where you're coming from. That means you can never make a mistake. If you go into it being a jerk and really trying to, you know, rule people or be better than everybody else, it won't work well for you. You know, you may not be found out for a while, but you will be found out. And what have you done that for? You know? But if you go in to things and you make mistakes, but your heart has been in the right spot, that's all you have to be concerned about. You know, you don't have to be perfect in this. You just have to be. You have to do wherever you can. Just even putting a smile on your face, going to places you don't like to go to, because nobody likes to go there. Does anyone like to go to government offices? No. What if someone was being silly in there and lightening the mood? That could be you. Maybe you're feeling all of the anxiety of everyone that's ever stood in that place. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you thought about it, you could be feeling the anxiety of everywhere that you go. Wow, even on the road. Wow, even when you're driving, you could be picking up everyone's anxiety if you're not protected. Do you really want to live like that? I know plenty that do, you know, live their whole life with the feelings of others. You can't do it and be strong. It doesn't go together. Okay? So this article from Kay Maroney on Archangel Raphael. I need to read it. I've probably read it years ago to you guys, but I'm going to read it again. As soon as you trust yourself, You will know how to live. And that is a quote from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. So Raphael means God cures. Through Raphael, though Raphael is charged with the healing of the earth and its inhabitants, he gives full credit to God, to Source. Everything comes from Source. It's not me that's healing you, right? That's how Archangel Raphael works. Everything comes from the divine because you've accepted it. His first mission is to purify the activities of the outer mind, to uplift your thinking and erase any false beliefs. Hello, it's what we're doing. With an open mind and heart, your unshakable faith emerges, lifting your consciousness to the higher self. Higher self is that aspect of you that is always with Source. You know everything. You know everything. You know everything. Tell yourself that, not being big-headed, not being superior. This is just for yourself. You actually know everything. Anything other than that is a load of BS. Get it out of your brain. Get it out of your vocabulary. You know everything. You already know. Okay? Please hold on to that. Okay. Raphael's next mission is to repair your cells, tissues, and organs, and purify your bloodstream. Now your body begins to take in nourishment. See? From the pure essence of spiritual light. How can spiritual light get to you when all of these emotions, which are like black clouds, are sitting all over you? Your heart center bursts open in a lightning flash of love as your rate of vibration increases, causing bodily sensations that you never dreamed possible. You become a center of pure, unconditional love. And this tangible vibration, it spreads to other centers of your body, revealing amazing gifts of spirit that have been sleeping for so long. So once you focus at your intention of having healing, that you are healed, the light begins to move through your body, through your auric field, through your organs, through your cells, through your tissues, through your muscles, and it begins to get rid of or destroy all those black spots, no matter what they are. If your soul mission is to, if you've decided an exit point in your life and you're going to die at a certain point and whatever you're going to do, okay, then that's what you're going to do. But if this is a test for you, whatever's going on with you in your life, if this is a test of your strength, of your faith, of your healing, then it will go. You won't need to experience this BS anymore. You won't need to drag your butt around. I did it for 13 years. I dragged myself around with a SI joint that was was like shattered. I couldn't, it was 13 years of hobbling around before I finally understood the emotion behind the whole thing, right? And you're going to have to understand this. Your emotions are going to govern everything that you do. Okay, so you become a center of pure, unconditional love. This tangible vibration spreads to the other centers of your body, revealing amazing gifts of spirit that have been sleeping for so long. How to awaken your spiritual gifts. Clear out your body, mind, and soul. Work with healing energy. Work with Archangel Raphael with gratitude. And when something's in your face and it's showing you, if something's really hurting you, it's showing a vulnerability that you have, and you need to be honest with yourself to get rid of it. All healing facilities and practitioners are under the watchful eye of Raphael and his legions. The angelic hosts are especially delighted when they find open hearts and minds for which to work. You can't go into healing going, well, that won't happen. That's not going to happen to me. It might happen to everybody else, but it's not going to happen to me. Well, of course not, because everything bad happens to me in my life. That sort of crap is going to get you nowhere, right? So if something is talking to you that way, something is making you feel that way, you definitely need to get a healing so that you can stop that chatter that you have that blocks you from being successful. Okay. At least 3 healing angels enfold each hospital in curative light, working to lift suffering, bring hope, and ease pain. Your prayers will call a single angel, and if it is determined that the life of the patient is not yet finished, the angels will work to arrest illness. You see, if it's determined that you're not supposed to die from this, the angels will do everything that they can to reverse it all. Arrest illness, enlighten the patient, and inspire the doctors. Healing angels clear congested areas in the etheric body so that the flow of cosmic energy can heal both the cause and its physical manifestation. The cause of your problems, the physical manifestation of something coming out is the last thing. Cause of your problems are thoughts, feelings, emotions. Negative thought forms spin around and around and around and around and around. Hurts that you've had. Blame is huge. Self-hate, blame, shame, anger, violence, apathy, resistance, all these things block the flow of the divine trying to help you. Okay. So they are most active in the dark of the night when the life forces are at the lowest, right? Whenever you visit a hospital or healing facility, send your love and gratitude to the blessed ones for their tireless assistance. And better yet, imagine a pyramid of light around the entire hospital so that you're walking into light. You're walking in this pyramid of protection of light. And everybody that's in there is also receiving a huge, light-filled blessing. That's just a focus that you have. Those healing and bringing beauty to earth are under the influence of Raphael. Ask him how to absorb beauty directly into your soul to promote healing. Call on Raphael to guide you in the creation of a healing space. Use the music of the angels, the beauty and fragrance of the angels, the purity of the angels, the peace of the angels, the harmony of the angels, and the faith of the angels, along with the transformative powers of the angels, and consciously attune the healing angels to invoke a cleansing and purifying atmosphere that facilitates physical, mental, and emotional healing, to create the environment that facilitates healing, to imagine this beautiful light-filled pyramid across this earth to facilitate the cleansing and the healing and the awakening, to cleanse out the darkness. We've already done this work. The portals have been shut. Now we have the remains of the scramblers. It's like you turn the light on, all the cockroaches scurry off, right? Quick, out of sight. And we've got to get the rest that are, amongst us, because that's what it's at right now. We just still have some agitators here. Okay. So once you call on the angels, they direct the perfect process of healing, providing a cocoon of comfort, understanding, and love. They understand you. They're not judging you. They're not going to help someone else and not you, unless you're resisting and blocking it. So don't, right? Your body is your creation. It tells you what's working and what isn't. At birth, most of us were given a beautiful, vital body, sustained by the natural free flow of the universal energy. Look how tireless and spontaneous young children are. They eat when hungry, they sleep when tired, and fully express their feelings. As life experiences leave their impression, negative habits develop. They may help us survive, but they also impede our flow of natural energy. Chronic negative behaviors are reflected in the body as aches and pains and fatigue and illnesses. Let me read that again. Chronic negative behaviors are reflected in the body as aches and pains, fatigue, and minor illnesses. When you don't notice, these signals then get stronger until there is a serious result. You're pushing all of your crap down, trying not to be a burden and all that stuff. Trying not to hurt up someone and trying not to... You're walking on eggshells in everything that you do. Everything that you do is an eggshell. Why in the hell are you doing that to yourself? It's got to stop. It's got to stop with you. The patterning of your abuse, the patterning of negative people, the patterning of your responses. You've just got to be honest with yourself and say, I'm still doing that crap. We all still have things that we're working on. Okay? We are. We're always going to be working on something. And that's the beauty of being here in this place of experience. We don't have to know everything, because we want to have surprises come into our life. We want for things. We want to be able to work hard for things as well. It's part of who we are. It's part of being a dreamer, you know, but we can make it so much easier for ourselves as well. So when you don't notice, they get stronger and stronger until there's a serious, sometimes even a fatal result, sadly. You can choose to do whatever it takes to be healed, or you can give up on the body. You can choose to do whatever it takes to be healed, or you can just give up on the body. The body has a consciousness and feelings, and it is important in our evolution. Learn to listen to your body and love it. When you're suffering, give it your full attention rather than blocking out distress with medications like, oh, I've got to stop this, so give me something. You need to acknowledge, okay, this is this bad. Why? Why have I gotten myself to the point where it's this bad? Why do I let people trample all over me? Why do I put myself last? Why am I always to blame for other people's issues in their life? My kids, my family, my whoever. Why is it always my fault? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I want what other people have, then feel crap like I haven't got it, so I must be a jerk or something? Why do I believe the negative things people have said to me my whole life? Why do I believe that so wholeheartedly? Why do I expect the worst to happen to me? Who do I still carry around on my shoulders, trying to figure out why someone treated me like crap, or why someone abused me and not somebody else, or why someone was believed but I'm not believed, why I was telling the truth over here and nobody would listen? Why do I still carry that around? And these are just examples. You know what you're carrying around. You know you have to get out of your own way to see clearly. You know the steps to spirituality: cleansing, clearing, supporting, protecting. Put yourself in a place of receiving, and don't take anybody else's BS. That's not your job to take everybody's problems. Yes, to help people with their issues, but to be very separate from it. So where do you take it on? Where do you take it on? Because if it isn't in your body right now, it's going to come up, okay? And I'm not upset at all. Just so you know, I am just very passionate about us all being able to move forward into a brand new future together. And there are things we just have to get. We just have to get it once and for all. And once we've got it, we're never going to let anyone take it away from us again, okay? And I want you to be there on the other side of all this nonsense. Okay. If you are experiencing intense pain, this may be difficult because, you're feeling it, right? But go into it with prayer in your heart. for Source to fill you with healing energy. Try to match the intensity of your asking. Some people call it prayer. Match this intensity with the intensity that you're feeling in your body. But don't force yourself, obviously. Source is in pain as well as in ecstasy and love. When your prayer goes to the deepest recesses of your soul, Source comes to transform the pain. Have courage. When symptoms become more than you can tolerate, do what you need to rest from your suffering until you're ready to face it again. Health and vitality are natural. Your symptoms gives clues along the way to help you find causes of imbalance. Allow your body to release deep feelings in ways it wants to, often through movement and sound, right? I'll get the rattles out and the feathers for my husband and break up the energy and just help him in that way as well. And we'll do more as we go along. And, 7 back surgeries later and, throughout his life before he met me and not having to have that anymore. So as your feelings are accepted, even welcomed, use your mind to pull in healing light. In this way, both the mind and the body will open up to healing and balance. When feelings are suppressed, they stay in your body where they are originally felt. The area goes numb. It stays frozen, right? In a hard lump. And nothing, the energy is trying to get around it, and it's just this hard lump, almost like a crystal is stuck in your body. And it can no longer vibrate with energy. If you're suppressing awareness of the trauma, this pain can follow you for lifetimes, which is why it's always very vital to have past life regression therapy and do it properly. I've seen it done very badly. It needs to be done properly. Okay. And I say that because it's on them. If people are doing things in the wrong way, taking shortcuts, ripping people off, that's on them. That's bad. That's a bad way to, and it's not going to, money's not even going to be around, right? In the future. We have no need for it. They have no need for it anywhere else, any other planet. No need for it. Everyone just works together. How it's supposed to be. And that's been stripped away from us, but not for much longer. Okay. Body work with the right person can help you find these pockets. Release work will allow the transformation. Find the pockets of energy that are hard lumps. You break it down. The body starts hurting a little bit because it's not used to having a free flow of energy through it, right? Figuring out how to find those placements. Well, it starts with trust, learning how to visualize energy. All things you're going to learn in the Light Leadership Program. Okay. So evaluate your situation and lifestyle. What are you doing to yourself? If you're tired, rest. Eat the healthy foods your body needs. If you habitually smoke, use caffeine, alcohol, drugs, eat junk food, stress yourself, go deep within and ask, what am I trying to learn here? Why am I suppressing everything all the time with all this nonsense? And then I'm annoyed because I want to get really, really healthy and I want to be fit and I want to be vibrant, but I'm eating all of this crap, or I'm taking all of this crap in, or I'm listening to all this drama, and it's polluting my body. So take action in your life to honor the feelings of your body. This may require changing jobs, homes, relationships, friends, habits, lifestyle, but it all needs to be done without any feeling bad about it. Going, don't want to upset anybody, but why do you have to explain yourself to anybody? People cross the line, that's it. Lines crossed, you can't have access anymore to me. It's just how it is, It is the denial of your knowing that makes you sick. You have the power to change. Seek whatever help you need to accept your true feelings. Ask Raphael to send his angels to guide you with clarity and love in the process of your healing. So you can see clearly what the hell you've been doing to yourself. You can see where you're beating yourself up. And if this was somebody else, this is why it's so cool, because with healing, when you're working on somebody else, you know exactly what they need, what they're doing, how they're behaving. You know exactly how to fix it, and you have to give the same method to yourself. If someone came to you and they were broken and traumatized, what would you be like? Would you be hard on them? Or would you be caring and empathetic? You have to be compassionate to yourself. Compassion is key to everything. No more of this judgment of the self. There's plenty of people that will judge you. You don't need to do it to yourself. Right? Plenty of people that got something to say, no matter how awesome you are. So say it anyway. Be it anyway. Do it anyway. You will be happy. You will be settled. You will be supported. You will be vibrant. You will get younger by the day, if that's what you're looking for. You don't have to age in the same old normal way as everyone around you has aged. You don't. But if you go on with processed food, chemicals in your body, and hating on yourself, it's just like building a furnace. And then you're trying to say, oh, well, I'll be fine, when you're ignoring the burning inside of you, and suddenly you get older. I mean, it's not to say you're not going to get older. We all do, right? We're all going to start getting older. But do we have to suffer? Do we have to have chronic problems with our joints? Do we have to get, hip problems? And, our brain's going to start going and all this because of the years and years and years. If you talk to any old person, they're going to tell you every medication that they are on. And I would be saying to my grandma, well, what's this green one here then? Oh, I don't know. That's a new one they gave me because I was paranoid, apparently. I'm like, a new one they gave you? You're paranoid all of a sudden. Yeah. What the hell? Why is all that happening to people? Why does it happen to people? We allow it. We believe it. We believe that systems that we've had in place are there to help us. If that was true, none of us would be suffering at all. We'd have free clinics. We'd all be on vitamin C infusions. If we had cancer, we would just be well. Wellness centers would be everywhere. And you would come in and you'd be like, someone would talk with you and would say, okay, how have you been feeling? What's been going on with you? Okay, let's try some different therapies and things. Color, sound therapy. Imagining someone well. Learning about energy and how it works. That's what we would have. We wouldn't have hospitals. We wouldn't have pharmaceutical companies, chemicals that are destroying everything in your body. They're not helping you. They may numb you, but that's about it. You still got the problem underneath all that stuff. And then you got constipation for a couple of months as well. And then you're taking stuff to stop that. On and on and on. Wellness centers. Come and see us. Come in. Bring your animals as well. That's what I want to have here. That's what I want to grow. And then you can have one, and you can have one, and you can have one. Awesome. Help people to help themselves. So, again, ask Raphael to send his angels to guide you with clarity and love in your process of healing. In 2013, my book, Angelic Guidance, came out. It was after my grandma had been living with me, and she stayed with me till she passed away. And there was that. And I wrote about the world and the changes of the world and the destruction of the old paradigm, the way things were. I wrote about the earth going through its changes as we're going through our changes as well. I channeled a message from Archangel Michael about our soul purpose. If you haven't heard that, I've made a video reading the whole thing to you all so you can listen to it. We were told for a long time that things were going to change, that we were going to go through a situation in our life where the darkness would show its hand, and that's what we've had over the last couple of years now. And putting people into psychological abusive situations, fears, and sending the people against each other because they know that if we come together, regardless of, I don't care what anyone's beliefs are. I care about you as a soul. That's what I care about, you as a soul. And that soul expanding and growing and stretching and awakening to its true magnificence. And these people will try to stop you. They're trying to stop me. I don't care. I'm still here. I'll go anywhere where I can actually be able to talk. I haven't said much. You know, this whole time I've just been quiet because I just wanted to be there giving quiet guidance, quiet, strength, and doing my weekly videos or doing my whatever it is I have to do, having fun with the wheel of, spin the wheel and all that sort of stuff. But I've been trying to survive just like anybody else this whole time, right? And not giving into it, just creating more and more and more all the time. I haven't said anything. I mean, in the beginning, I knew that this whole thing was completely planned, completely. But you say that and you're the weirdo, You say that and you're strange, yet you're wearing a face covering for something that has less than a chance of doing anything to you than the flu does. Or TB is still around, malaria, plenty of communicable diseases. They know how to give us all water, they won't. They know how to feed the people that are starving, they won't. They're spending money, billions and billions of dollars on weight loss. But all it takes is healthy, clean living. Get off the soda and the takeaway and processed food. Get chemicals out of your diet. Start having clean hydration in your body. Wow. No more joint problems, no more arthritis, no more skin problems, no more hair problems, no more nothing. Wellness starts to occur, and weight loss happens really easily because the bloating is sucked out of your body. Yes, I'll talk more about weight loss and all that sort of stuff later on, but billions of dollars in that. You've got the technology, and the people have had the technology in this planet for a very long time. Heard someone saying the other day that, basically the engines in our car are obsolete. We don't need to have that. We don't need to pollute. We don't need all this stuff. But there's more money in taking money off of you for pollution. That mindset, it doesn't matter about who's in government in the United States. I don't care. It's not about the United States. This is a worldwide problem. That these people are in it to take your money and to control you in every way that they can. They don't know why they do that. They're programmed to do it. It's almost like we're looking at robots, and we probably are. You look at the person that is sitting, in the White House, doesn't look like the same person that was around in 2016. Completely different guy. But there he is, and nobody cares because you've been made to believe that what you see is the truth. And to see it is to believe it. That's what you're told. Spirituality tells you a completely opposite story. It says you need to believe it and then you'll see it. You need to believe in it and then you'll see it. So so some people say, oh, no. What an amazing job this person is doing. Okay, fine then. They've got nothing to worry about when everything gets turned upside down. When everything is truthfully told to the public, because that's all coming out too. We have to get to the bottom of what we've been trained to believe. And there may be things that we don't even think of right now that'll be revealed to us over the next 2 years. And I feel like it will come out in dribs and drabs over the next 2 years. But I also feel that, the part of me says, it'll take a little time for people to understand what's been going on. But the other side of me says sometimes they're just going to blast us with things, especially now that this people are sick of this whole thing that's been going on. It's ridiculous. There is no need for what has been happening. I'm sorry, but there has been no need for it. Even the numbers tell you that. Even numbers that are probably tainted, right? But they're still there in your face. You can still look at it. Well, worldometer.info. Look it up. Look it up. This is tragic that some people have died from this. It's tragic that this has happened. And it's tragic for those that are dying on the vaccines like my dad did. Okay? 3 months later, people I know, gone. And many people coming out trying to say, hey, this is a little bit risky here. This is, causing all kinds of heart problems in ordinarily healthy people. Hello, but too late. Because people are already convinced that they want their freedom back and this is the only way to do it. When has that happened before in history? Oh, well, I'll just do what I'm told and everything will be fine. We can't govern how anyone has decided as a soul to live their life. I can't make you believe what I believe. I can't make you see what I see. But I have to encourage, as a spiritual guide, I want to encourage you to not lose faith in humanity and the changes that we've already created. I used to just work a 9-to-5 job like everybody else, and probably worked too much and hated it and was never there and frustrated with money and bills and frustrated with my physical body and, having this pain for 13 years and stuff that I had in my back and having the anxiety and everything revolved around that. Everything in my life revolved around who knew about it, who would really care, and whether I had to go somewhere where I don't know anybody and that's going to be hell. Starting a new job, oh my God, until they know me, it's going to be hell, right? I live just in the mundane, everyday world. Okay, I have to work. I have to go. We have to pay the bills instead of, okay, I can just think about things. I can manifest things into my life. I can manifest this new direction. That wasn't how, normal, or I was in normal society. It's not how it works there. In normal society, everything is about who has more than the other. Who's going to get the most money so they can do the most things? Who's going to have the fanciest car, fanciest house, the nicest clothes? Everything is about being what they call the best, or the best you can be, or the highest you can be, or the most money that you can have, or the biggest party you can give, or the fanciest gadget, or the nicest computer, whatever. And working your butt off to get it, rather than seeing that as a distraction, seeing all this noise that we see on the news and the fighting and the riots and the people protesting and the people giving you stuff and breaking the law to give it to you and causing an emergency so they can do that. I mean, come on. But if you live in it, you're going to get angry. You're going to get upset. You want everyone to wake up. You want to shake people by the shoulders, but you can't do it. You have to be an example. You have to be an example to your kids, even if they don't listen to you. My kids are just watching games all the time, or just in their room or in their own world. I can't make them listen. I can't make them do anything, but I can continue to be the guide, the inspiration. That when they're ready, they will look at that and go, oh my God, this is what I need to do. And Mum's been doing it, and there it is. You are all beings of light This is my problem that I have, that I want you all to see that so badly. But I can't. I can't make you see what's already inside of you. That's something that you discover. Hopefully I help you to discover it, but I can't make you do it. I can't make you do anything. I can't make you change your belief systems, but I can show you how things work. And also from doing it both ways, I know what works better, easier, and faster. And that is taking the time for yourself, self-healing, self-understanding, self-expression. Stop shutting your light down to suit others. That's what they want. I was not saying because I didn't want to upset people. I didn't want people to think of me the wrong way. I didn't want people to think, oh, she's just one of those weird conspiracy peoples, you know, she must be a Trumper. I couldn't give a crap about politics or presidents or prime ministers. They're all just muppets, minions for the big guys. That's all they are. That's not our reality. I didn't want anyone to see anything like that, but I realize it doesn't matter. You could tell someone till you're blue in the face, you know, but they're still going to have their opinions, and that's okay. Have your opinions. It's fantastic. That's good. That's honesty if you have your opinions. But I'm going to still keep on moving forward. You're going to get much more videos like this out of me, talking and talking and talking. There's a webinar coming up for the Light Leadership Academy. I'm going to be explaining knowledge, what I'm going to be teaching you and why it's important. I'd really like you guys to be there because I know you're all light leaders. I know you've all got it in you, right? You've got a burning sensation to help other people or you wouldn't be here. And usually that's what happens with your spiritual journey is that, you know, you just want to help people. That's all you want to do. You don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know how it will work. You don't know how it... This will give you all the tools that you need to go off and do it in your own way. I don't know. I'm just going to give you what I feel and you're going to do what you feel. But you know what I mean? So you're going to have a well-rounded view of how to do everything. And I'd like you to be there. So that's going to be on the 28th of December. I will put a link in the comments. So this is going to be a live premiere. Okay. Well, you know that because you're there in the chat, hopefully. Don't let anybody stop your voice either. It doesn't mean that I don't say anything on Facebook or anything like that, like, oh, this all sucks and we need to do. I'm not going to do that because too many people are doing that. That's not me anyway. I'm always going to focus on the positive. Past all this stuff. I'm already way past it. I'm 10 years past it. In my mind, we're already out of it. In my mind, we're out of it. And we have an amazing life. You know, we have the things we want. We didn't even have to pay for it because it's just provided. Because that's what humanity is now saying they want, rather than the control and the manipulations that we've said we've wanted because we've listened to it for so long. And now we move into this. And no angel and no guide and no celestial being of light and no aliens are gonna forcefully change this for us. They will assist us as we move forward, but they're not going to make it happen for us. And I think people need to get that out of their head as well, that something's going to come and save us. No, we are our saviors. We are the aspects of those beings anyway. They're our family. We're connected to them. It's there. We're connected to the angels. We're connected to our guides. We've been with them. We've worked with them. We've known them. We are a part of it. So as we shift, they shift. As we grow, they grow. As we want to change, they provide the means. They push it forward. Oh, they want this? Good. Finally. Hated seeing you guys all, stuck in all this system. Shouldn't have been that way. You were free. You were born free. So why have you been a slave your whole life? A slave to the man. A slave to the job, the rules, the limits. We don't have limitations. That's why some of us get, because on the other side of the veil, we don't have limitations. We don't have any of this. We don't have the eyesight of the earth. We have the eyesight of the galaxies. So this is just, we don't see things in the same way. So everybody, you will see me again coming up soon this week. Not sure. Probably Friday we'll have to do our auction now until I know what's going on with my husband and etc. So we'll be doing that. And keep a lookout, because I still have a lot of things for Christmas and boxes and items and sales and things that I'm trying to give you guys really, really discounted. Okay, readings, 2022 forecast for yourself. It's huge. Put a lot of work into it for you, and it's for you personally. Might be worth it for you as well. But hopefully the most thing I want you guys to consider is deciding that you want to start a life of spiritual leadership, and you might not know which direction to go, and that's where hopefully I'll come in to help you and show you the way forward and how easy it is, and away you go, because we're going to need all the help we can get once we're released from these chains completely and begin to move forward into our new direction. Okay, sending lots of love to you all. Thanks for listening this far. And until the next time, many, many blessings. And bye for now.